Oh, fuck it. We're gonna leave it like that. We're opening it up early so people can trickle in if they want to. If they're so inclined. I gotta switch views for a second so I can close down some of my more private windows that I don't want other people's information getting out on, you know? So, give me a sec. Gotta make sure there's nothing showing people's names and stuff. We're back. The hurting's over. What's up? Let's gun up what we can. It's already 9:28, man. We got things jumping off today like paratroopers. That's the official start. So, playing it again. Welcome to the live stream. In these dark times, in these divided moments that we share, it is important that we get unbiased information that does not fuel the fires of hate, but instead brings us light of understanding. So, in this effort, I shall read Memorandum for the Security of State and the Attorney General, Secretary of State, and the Secretary of Homeland Security. Some people are calling it the new travel ban after the last one got shot down. Some people, as always, are saying it is Trump protecting our borders from terrorist attacks. I'm flexing because I was pumping weights in the last. I was pumping during the last Star Spangled Banner. So, shall we? Check its sound levels. Well, that's not the right one. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. Turn it down a little bit. We'll bust it up, actually. To native 16 decibels. Memorandum for the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, the Secretary of Homeland Security. Subject: implementing immediate heightened security, heightened screening and vetting applications for visas and other immigration benefits, ensuring enforcement of all laws for entry into the United States, and increasing transparency among departments and agencies of the federal government for the American people. By the authority vested... hold on. This is going to be louder. It's got a way stronger beat. By the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including the Immigration and Nationality Act. Nationality. New word. We're going to stop that. This is about the text of the law. I'm making jokes. 8 USC 1101 ETSEQ and Section 301 of Title III United States Code. I hereby declare the following. Section 1 Policy. It is the policy of the United States to keep its citizens safe from terrorist attacks, including those committed by foreign nationals, to avert entry to the United States of foreign nationals who may aid, support, or commit violent criminal or terroristic acts. It is critical that the executive branch enhance the screening and vetting protocols and procedures for granting visas, admission to the United States, or other benefits under the INA. For that reason, in the executive order entitled Protecting the Nation from Foreign Terrorist Entry to the United States and issued today, I directed the Secretary of Homeland Security, in consultation with the Secretary of State and Director of National Intelligence, to conduct a review to identify whether and if so what additional information will be needed from each forward country to adjudicate an application by a national of that country for a visa admission or other benefit under the INA, in order to determine that the individual is not a security or public safety threat. While the comprehensive review is ongoing, however, this nation cannot delay the immediate implementation of additional heightened screening and vetting protocols and procedures for issuing visas to ensure that we strengthen the safety and security of our country. Moreover, it's because of my constitutional duty to take care that the laws be faithfully executed. The executive branch is committed to ensuring that all laws related to the entry into the United States are enforced rigorously and consistently. Enhanced vetting protocols and procedures for other visas and other immigration benefits. The Secretary of State, Secretary of Homeland Security, in consultation with the Attorney General, shall as permitted by law, implement protocols and procedures as soon as practicable that in their judgment will enhance the screening and vetting applications for visas and all other immigration benefits, so as to increase the safety and security of the American people. These additional protocols and procedures shall focus on preventing entry to the United States of foreign nationals who may aid, support, commit violent criminal terroristic acts, and ensuring that's section A, B, that's subsection B, A, and B under section 2, ensuring the proper collection of all information necessary to rigorously evaluate all grounds of inadmissibility or deportability, or grounds for the denial of other immigration benefits. Section 3, enforcement of all laws for entering the United States. I direct the Secretary of State, Attorney General, and Secretary of Homeland Security, and all the heads of other relevant executive departments and agencies as identified by the Secretary of Homeland Security to rigorously enforce all existing grounds of inadmissibility and to ensure and to ensure subsequent compliance with related laws after admission. The head of all relevant executive departments and agencies shall issue new rules, regulations, or guidance collectively rules. as appropriate, to enforce laws relating to such grounds of inadmissibility and subsequent compliance, to the extent that the Secretary of the Homeland Security issues such new rules. The heads of all other relevant executive departments and agencies shall, as necessary and appropriate, issue new rules that conform to them. Such new rules shall supersede any previous rules to the extent of any conflict. Transparency in data collection. What's it? So, I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm going to read it again tomorrow, and I'll give my opinion in the vlog tomorrow. Transparency in data collection, to ensure that the American people have more regular access to information, and to ensure that the executive branch shares its information along with departments and agencies. The Secretary of State and Secretary of Homeland Security shall consist with applicable law and national security. Issue regular reports regarding visas and adjustments of immigration status, written in non-technical language for broad public use and understanding, in addition to any other information released by the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, or the Secretary of Homeland Security. Section I. Beginning on April 28th and by the last day of every month thereafter, the Secretary of State shall publish the following information about actions taken during the preceding month calendar. The number of visas that have been issued from each consular office within each country during the reporting period, disaggregated by detailed visa category and country of issue. Hold on. I'm probably going to feel really stupid after I Google this word. Disaggregate. Okay, so I got it right the first time. Disaggregated by detailed visa category and country of issuance, and any other information the Secretary of State considers appropriate, including the information that the Attorney General or Secretary of Homeland Security may request published. I'm going to do some bed presses while I read this. The Secretary of Homeland Security shall issue reports detailing the number of adjustments of immigration statuses that have been made during the report period, disaggregated by type of adjustments, type and detailed class of admission, and by country and country of nationality. The first report shall be issued within 90 days of the debate of this memorandum. Date of this debate. That's what you get for doing bed presses. I'm gonna stop that. And subsequent reports shall be issued every 90 days thereafter. The first report shall address data from the date of this memorandum until the report is issued, and each subsequent report shall address new data since the last report was issued. To further ensure transparency for the American people regarding efficiency and effectiveness of our immigration programs in serving the national interest, the Secretary of State, in consultation with the Secretary of Health and Human Services, the Secretary of Homeland Security, and the Director of Office Management and Budget shall within 180 days of this memorandum submit to me a report detailing the estimated long-term costs of the United States refugee admissions program at the federal, state, and local levels, along with recommendations on how to curtail those costs. C. Secretary of State, in consultation with the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, shall within 180 days of this memorandum produce a report estimating how many refugees are being supported in countries of first asylum near their home countries for the same long-term costs as supporting refugees in the United States. taking into account the full lifetime cost of federal, state, and local benefits and the comparable cost of providing similar benefits elsewhere. Section 5. General provisions. A. Nothing in this memorandum shall be constructed to impair or otherwise affect the authority granted by a law to an executive department or agency or head thereof. The functions of the Director of the Office of Management and Budget relating to budgetary or administrative or legislative proposals. This memorandum shall be implemented consistent with the applicable law and subject to availability of appropriations. All actions taken pursuant to this memorandum shall be consistent with requirements and authorities to protect intelligence and law enforcement sources and methods, personally identifiable information, and the confidentiality of visa records. Nothing in this memorandum shall be interpreted. I was not looking at that word. I just was off in the space line for a second. To supersede measures as established under the authority of law to protect the security and integrity of specific activities and associations that are in direct support of intelligence and law enforcement operations. This memorandum is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable law, or inequity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, officers, employees, agents, or any other persons. E. The Secretary of State is hereby authorized to publish this memorandum in the Federal Register. Hey! You decide. The reason I'm reading this, so you guys get the text of the law. Travel ban, protecting the borders. I'm going to think about it, and you'll hear my opinion tomorrow.